The Dana Cortez Show podcast begins now.
I was so afraid to tell DJ Automatic that my bank account was in the red. And I want to talk about it. Good morning. I'm happy now. I'm happy now. It's the Dana Cortez Show. I'm Dana Cortez.
DJ Automatic.
I go by Ep88.
Wasn't my fault. Trying to pay my HOA. And I paid it. And then it got returned. And so I called the HOA.
The bounce back.
And the woman was sassy. And Automatic, you heard me talking to her.
Sassy pants.
And I didn't let him know anything, Anthony, because he worries about money, right? He worries.
Understandable.
So I paid it again. And then it said, returned again, you're not putting in the right account number.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I thought, oh my gosh.
Are you a robot?
Yeah, so I'm doing the wrong thing. Did it again, and I'm like, wait, something's wrong because it was returned a third time. Going to my bank account, all of the money's gone.
Oh.
So every time I've been paying and they've said it's returned, they lied. And I'm having a meltdown. I finally call back. One person's rude. Call. You need to call here. I call there. They're rude. You need to call here. Nobody wants to help me.
Yo, let somebody be rude to me when I'm trying to give you money? No way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm trying to give you more money. I need my money back, though. Finally, Akash helped me out. Thank you, Akash.
Yeah.
Got all my money back, paid everything down. But being sassy when you answer the phones is not it. I worked at the Boys and Girls Clubs for many years, and I was having a really bad day, and I answered the phone, and I took it out on the person on the other line, and she said,
as a Boys and Girls Club representative, you were rude to somebody?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Think
mean.
about that. I'm the face of the Boys and Girls Clubs.
God.
And the woman says, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because you sound like you're not. Is there something I can do for you? She was pointing out that I was treating her
Good
badly.
for her. Thank God
and
for her.
I never did that again.
She's probably frightened for those kids that you were
influencing. She probably is. Who's this lady? Yeah. So ever since then, I've been super nice. We're in customer service right now. When I answer the phones, it's always good morning or how are
I was
you?
disconnecting my Wi-Fi last month, and the Wi-Fi representative was rude to me about when I should take my box back in. So guess
Anthony,
what company ain't getting their box back now?
That's like a $200 charge.
But Pride Automatic is what the pride is priceless, dude. The pride, dude.
The pride was worth the $200,
yeah, the pride is
Anthony.
worth it. The pride is worth it.
I'm going to take some time to point out that I got Miss Sassy Pants last night on the phone for an airline, and I didn't reciprocate the energy.
That's right.
I actually took a deep breath and did not go, because she was, I would need to ask her, are you all right?
And you should have, Automatic. You should have asked her, are you okay?
What boarding group are you? Mean.
All right, National Day, Anthony A.
Today we are honoring Mickey Mouse. It is National Mickey Mouse Day.
Oh my gosh, the mouse that really changed the world.
Yes.
That one cartoon, Steamboat Willie.
Yep, on this day in 1928, Steamboat Willie was released.
Okay, so what's your favorite Disney character, DJ Automatic?
Stitch.
Oh, you're such a Stitch,
I love
too.
Stitch, yes.
Lovable and yet sometimes troublesome.
Oh, we're going to have to go straight to the Pixar side? I'm going to have to
what
go
you
with
got?
Mater. Shout out to Mater.
Oh, I love Mater.
bro.
I love Mater.
Dude, that was a great movie.
It's so hard to
Average
pick one.
intelligence.
It's so hard to pick one, but I still remember watching Beauty and the Beast, and Belle was always made fun of because she could read and she liked to read, and people made fun of her, and I so connect with Belle. I connect with her.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
I ate an entire box of cereal by myself in cups. Like, I don't put milk in them. I just eat it dry. And I just kept putting more and more into this red Solo cup. And I thought, I'll just get a little more. And before I knew it, well, there might be a few crumbs left to make myself feel better.
That is rock bottom gluttony right there.
Well, then hold on. But once I was done eating all the cereal, I felt bad. While I'm eating it, I feel fine. When I'm done, I feel guilty. I started Googling what's wrong with me. Lost all this weight. I come in here and try to tell people to be healthy.
When you pig out like that, it doesn't give you the same remorse and guilt feeling as a one-night rendezvous.
I don't know about that, Anthony.
I mean, close, but not that.
It's
I've
nasty.
had some long looks in the mirror. Talking to
Automatic,
myself.
as my husband, are you talking about the food?
This is way before we're married.
I know that's right. So anyway, I finished the cereal, and I learned that it's not just the processed food that makes us want to eat like this. It's ingrained in our DNA.
Oh, ingrained. I see what you did there.
There was lots of grain in the cereal. No, because back in the day, we're hunter-gatherers, right? So you would eat and eat, kind of like bears.
Oh, so we could hibernate.
Yeah,
so we could pack on that fat just in case we couldn't find our next meal.
Nobody ever ate 3 meals a day in the beginning of time. It's just not, you eat what you eat. You
I'm
get
a
what you
believer that
get.
breakfast is propaganda.
Oh.
To promote the beef industry.
That's where we're going with this, huh?
Oh my gosh, Anthony,
Is this too
we
much
are not
TikTok for
going
me?
down there.
Have I been on TikTok too much?
Yeah, you have.
I think so.
But the cereal was good, but I did feel really bad after.
What kind of cereal was it? Was it your normal Golden
Yeah, let's
Grams?
talk
It was
about
Golden Grams
Okay.
automatic.
And that's why I don't ever eat it, because who likes to eat dry Golden Grams?
Yeah.
As a treat?
That's not a
That's
good
like
one.
a last necessity thing. I'm starving.
Dude.
Oh, there's Golden Grams now.
I wanted Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they
There you
didn't
go.
have any.
Come on, dude. That's the one
you would have had a partner in crime with that one.
Yo, I can't get too mad at you, Dana, or come down too hard on you. I did eat 2 big donuts with cereal on top of them. And here's the
You went to
confession.
Voodoo, didn't you?
I did go to Voodoo Donuts, dude. It's within our neighborhood. And this is going to be the hardest battle I've ever had in my
Anthony.
life, where I've moved into an apartment that has a 24/7 donut shop literally 2 blocks over. Bro.
Oh.
And I
You lived next to a cake shop and you were able to kind of avoid it.
Well, after he gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And then he said,
After you got on the scale and noticed that it was a problem, you were
had
able
to
to
come
avoid
to
it after
terms
that.
with it.
Well,
Yes.
if we're doing confessions, I did eat. They messed up Dana's order at Chick-fil-A, and
my
so I
gosh.
ate 2 Chick-fil-A orders in one
that's pretty
sitting.
fast.
He ate my wrong order. Automatic ate my
I
wrong
think
order.
that's a little bit of that is just a husband tax.
Yeah, I
No,
felt,
he ate his order and my order and the wrong order.
yeah, well, it was free.
That doesn't mean you eat it. So
It does in my book.
Don't feel bad if you overeat. That's what I told myself. Look, I did it. I'm going to give myself some
That's
grace.
what you told yourself.
I'm back on it.
I thought we were trying to help people here.
I am, and I'm helping them by being honest.
There it is.
Automatic. I'm not going to lie. I've kept the 60 pounds off, and as you can tell, it's a battle for me every single day. I'm giving myself grace, because if I don't, I'll just get sad again
All right.
and eat more, which is why I was where I was in the first place.
Dana Cortez, do you want to be accountability buddies, and you will no longer eat dry cereal, and I will no longer eat?
I thought you were my accountability buddy. Are you
Okay.
going to cheat on me?
Well, you're so far gone, DJ Automatic. You're so far gone,
Automatic.
Mr. 2 chicken sandwiches over here.
You ate the wrong order. Nobody's
That's
counting
why
on
I
you for
need you.
anything.
I need you.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
What does our spiritual forecast look like for the week? It's time for What's Your Sign with Seer Mari. Seer Mari, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Really well. Thank you so much for asking. Before we get our spiritual forecast as a collective, let's get a reading for our listener. Good morning. What's your sign?
Virgo.
What's your first name?
Michaela.
Okay, Michaela, go ahead and ask Seer Mari your question.
Is there someone out there for me who's not insecure of themselves?
Michaela, are you meeting men that are intimidated by you? Does it have to do with money? You know, if they make more or they make less?
That's me settling. I've dated lots of guys who make less than me. I've dated guys who made more than me, and they still were insecure. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Everything about me is an anomaly. I'm an African-American who's a wealthy single mother. So they're just like, oh, no, she's the opposite of what I ever thought. I thought she was like broke. Oh, give me money, daddy kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I think I understand. So, Mari, her energy, obviously she wants to find a man. What are you seeing?
I'm going to keep it very real with her because she's very direct and I love her energy. Her spirit guides are coming through also very direct, just like her. She needs to take some time. She doesn't need love right now. She may think that she needs love, but what she needs is to go within herself. She has a lot of healing to do. She's very much in her masculine energy. What she's asking for is another masculine. And that's not how energy works. Men also have feminine energy. So she's been attracting a lot of people that need to be taken care of, kind of like the masculine role, right?
Yes.
But she's asking for another masculine, and what she hasn't considered is to go within and really tap more into her feminine energy. But I don't think she's ready to give up the masculine energy. I think she's really comfortable in that energy, and there's a lot of fear in releasing the masculine because she's been the one to really be the one that takes care of everything.
Right.
And the masculine usually leads. And she's not ready to let herself be led.
When you said she's afraid, because she's probably only been able to rely on herself, she's afraid
Yes.
to give that spiritual role up. And I've been there. And until I met DJ Automatic, who's very masculine energy, I don't know how to explain it. I felt safe to allow that feminine energy exposed. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. So do a lot of that inner work.
What about our spiritual forecast for the week? What is it looking like as a collective?
This week is actually a really good week. I feel like there's a lot of loving vibration. I see money as a big focus. I mean, we're still a little bit in Scorpio season, and Scorpio also deals with money. We are really venturing out and finding new ways of making money right now. It's also a really good time to be creative with the way we make money. And I feel like this week specifically, there is a lot of those creative ideas funneling through. And even if it's not related to money, it could be creative ideas to give more self to you. Like, for example, artists. Maybe you have always been a photographer, but you haven't tried painting. And maybe that's something that you would explore and that's going to pour into you, pour into your heart.
I love that. So if there's something you've always wanted to do, it's time to feed that. Right now, you can give it a little bit and let it go. I'd love for someone to call right now and get a reading. 877-730-DCS1. Call or text. Leave a voice message, and we'll get you a free psychic reading right here on the radio. Mari, we love you. Thank you so much for taking the time. Remember to follow her at Illest Divinity on Instagram.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
Mark Zuckerberg and DJ Automatic have something in common, and I can't wait to tell you what it is. But first, Anthony A. Celebrity birthdays.
We have Damon Wayans Jr. celebrating his birthday, and Mike Epps also celebrating birthday as well.
So I remember when DJ Automatic, for my birthday, brought me a globe.
I thought you were going some other way because our wallets don't look anything alike.
I'm directionally challenged. And so he brought the globe and a bottle of wine, very expensive wine. I don't know anything about wine. I used to drink Strawberry Hill, okay? And he says, I'm going to show you the world. And he gave me that for my birthday. I'd never had a passport till I met him. That was the most romantic thing anybody had ever done for me. Then I married him, and I've never had anything like that since.
I got her.
You met the representative.
Once you get the sentimental globe, you don't need to do anything else after that one. Dude.
Have I not showed you at least some of the world?
You have. You're right. No, it was so romantic. It was so thoughtful. It was just one of those things that I'll never forget. Mark Zuckerberg just remade Get Low for his wife because that was the first song that they heard when they met at a bar.
Oh my God.
Think about how
John
romantic.
Get Low?
Yes, and T-Pain produced this new version.
From the windows to the walls, till sweat drops down my, till all these crawl. Oh, skeet, skeet, mother. Oh, skeet, skeet, God.
He could have kept that one. He could have kept that one in the bag. He could have kept that in the mind. He didn't have to release that to the world. But I get the romanticism.
Don't be dogging other people just because you're singing is like to equate to Mark Zuckerberg's.
I had MC Magic produce my song. Remember this?
I might kill my ex. I still love him though. Rather be in jail than alone.
The SZA? See? Mine was better than Mark Zuckerberg's. We should vote.
Listen, Zuckerberg controls my Instagram, so I'm going to go with the Zuck.
877-730-DCS1. My cover of SZA or Mark Zuckerberg's remake of Little John. 877-730-DCS1. Call or text. I'm dissing him. I'm being silly. But how romantic of him to do that, to remember the moment that he met the woman that he promised the rest of his life to. I bet she cried. I bet she shed a tear because I know I feel sentimental when I think about the globe.
It's the least romantic song he could have ever done, but it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, the meaning behind it is deep. And I still haven't forgave Zuckerberg for putting relationship statuses on Facebook. That's been tough.
What's the most romantic thing your partner's ever done for you? 877-730-DCS1.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
I feel so guilty that I'm happy that DJ Automatic and I have decided to not have any more kids. And I feel guilty about it.
Why do you feel guilty?
Honestly, Automatic, because I think it makes it seem like, oh, you just don't want any more kids, and because maybe your kids bother you.
You've had a kid since you were 15 years old.
That is the thing. I've been a mom.
You're like the Tom Brady of moms.
I really am, Anthony. I really am.
At this point, dude, you're good.
I've been a mom pretty much since I was a child, so I'm ready to be Dana Cortez. I'm ready to travel with DJ Automatic. I'm ready to do this, and I'm young still, and we can do all kinds of fun things. That's right. A lot of my girlfriends aren't having kids yet. They're preparing for that. Or they're just having kids, or whatever the case is. I don't know. I'm going to start this new journey on my life.
So our daughter's a senior this year, and I think it's hitting Dana that it's going to be the first time, like next year will be the first time we don't have a kid in the house.
Since I was a child, I have had a child with me.
Yeah.
And so
that's a big adjustment too.
I'm looking forward to it though. I am. I'm looking forward to it.
My brother just had a kid. Well, my niece is 2.5 now.
He just had a baby. She's a baby.
And I watch him deal with her, and I'm like, man, I do not miss that because he's going to be the old dad at school.
That's okay though. That's okay. That's their choice. This is our choice, and I seriously discussed this with you, Automatic, because we only had one child. you've embraced my other 2 daughters. And I said, if you really want another child, I love you. Let's do it.
Nope, I'm good.
I know. When he said he didn't, I said, yes. You know, I
Also,
was
when
like,
it got
yes.
snip, so.
Yeah.
Close the pipes down.
Yeah,
That's a whole other
That's how
show.
good I am with that.
After one and done automatic, did you realize like you didn't want another? You didn't because you never.
I just want to go down as greatest dad of all time, and I felt like I could do that with
Oh,
one and
with
done.
one child. Yeah. We've done a great job with Ava-Matic. Let's not roll the dice again. You know,
I don't want to screw up anybody else's life.
And
You called your called your brother the old dad at school. I like to think of him as the seasoned dad. At
I like
school,
that
You know,
too.
So-
he's had a little bit
I
more
like
life
that.
expectancy and stuff like that.
So with T, he's the dad that when Ava was in elementary, I was like, man, that guy got started late.
Oh.
So yeah,
but
there's
he
a,
really didn't get start late. I just got started.
he's gonna be in his 50s when she's in high school.
It doesn't matter. That was what they wanted to do. And look, Megan Fox is 38 and she's pregnant with MGK's baby. Now, 38 is not old at all, but when you're over 35 and you get pregnant, it's called a geriatric pregnancy. It is a little risky. In fact, she just had a
It's a
miscarriage
harsh
not
term,
too long
right?
ago.
Doesn't that feel,
Right?
That feels rude. Like, that doesn't feel
My
good.
brother's wife, she hated when we were calling it a geriatric
How do you think
pregnancy.
she would feel about vintage? You know?
Vintage pregnancy.
Vintage pregnancy. This is a vintage pregnancy.
I like that way better, Anthony A. Dana, you're pregnant. Oh, it's vintage.
it's a-
I love that. If my obstetrician told me I had a vintage pregnancy, I might want to have another baby. Automatic. Well, congratulations to Megan Fox and MGK. They're expecting their first child. They've been together 4 years. They're one of the few couples that got together during the pandemic and made it.
Whoa.
They've had some ups and downs. She did reveal that she had a miscarriage, and I know that they had some problems with the relationship, but obviously they're good. She has 3 children with her former husband, Brian Austin Green. MGK also has a daughter. They are good parents.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them.
We interviewed MGK a couple of times, and
Yeah.
one thing that's definitely clear is he loves being an active father
He
in his
does,
dad's
Anthony.
life.
He's a
which
good
is
dude.
beautiful, too.
He really is.
And crazy enough to think about it, he's now a geriatric parent himself.
He is, I know. I don't feel vintage. I feel geriatric right now.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
I am a coffee creamer addict. So much so, DJ Automatic, he's got new coffee creamer and food news. He won't even tell me what it is.
You're gonna be so
stand by.
excited.
Oh, I'm already excited. Hottest hashtags here on the Dana Cortez Show inside the T-Mobile studios, and I am Dana Cortez.
DJ Automatic.
I go by Anthony A, a.k.a. the Check Engine Poppy.
All right, so Amazon is going to have a new division to compete with fast fashion brands like Temu and Shein. It's called Amazon Haul. They're going to focus on items that cost $20 or less.
Is it going to be bad for the environment like those other clothing lines?
dang, come from
I'm glad you said that. And
Woke Auto.
I will say this. I'm not a big fan of fast fashion, and I get it. If something's really trendy, I'm cool with that, but I'm more about investing in a wardrobe that's forever. Does that make sense to you? Because that stuff, as you
You like
said,
the classic pieces.
classic pieces, automatic. When you buy that fast fashion, it tears, it does whatever, you throw it away, or you try to get it to Goodwill. Nobody wants it. It ends up in landfills. It's real. But not just that. It's going to last you a long time, whereas you spend $9.99, you're buying another one.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
Similar to my women, it's fun for the night. So, hey, give me that
Fast
pro
fashion,
club.
fast love. DJ Automatic food news.
Coffee Mate is coming out with cold foam for your coffee.
I don't know.
So you know how
Foam,
like you spray whipped cream on top of your...
Is that what it is?
It's basically whipped cream for your coffee.
Oh my gosh.
And it's coming in your butter brown chocolate chip cookie flavor.
That's my favorite flavor.
know
Now,
it is.
hold on. Is it seasonal or am I going to get it forever?
It's going to debut in January, and they're actually going to do a Super Bowl ad about it. It's the first time that Coffee Mate has done an ad in 60 years.
And you know why? Because people are buying it up and then they sell it on eBay for $12.99 or $22.99. What do I do when it drops, Otto?
Buy it.
I
Try
run
it,
to
yeah.
the store. I run
This
to the
is the most American thing ever. Not a debut for coffee creamer.
It is, Anthony.
During the Super Bowl.
Brown butter cookie is the best. All right, National Day, Anthony A.
Let's go ahead and kick it off with National Push Button Phone Day. All right, now all my Gen Z homies and even those desktop millennials, a little too young to remember the rotary phone, but this is honoring that one
Man,
and a traditional push button.
The rotary phone, back in the day, you go 0, 9. When the push button came, revolutionary, baby. Revolutionary.
I don't even know how to describe a rotary phone to like.
My grandma had one in her kitchen when I was really, really young, and that only lasted. I probably gone by the time I was 5.
They're worth money now.
Ooh.
You know who had one famously? Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City.
Hey.
Rotary phone. All right, what's next?
And today we are celebrating the greatest mouse of all time. It is Mickey Mouse Day.
Happy birthday, Mickey. Mickey.
Remember the Mickey Mouse rotary phone?
Yes.
One of my friends had it in their bedroom.
They still sell it to this day.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.
The fact that I don't use a dishwasher has so many people concerned. The amount of phone calls we're getting and messages I've had on Instagram, I thought maybe it was just a tradition in my familia, my nana, my mom. I just figured out maybe because we couldn't afford one.
That might be it, dude.
That might be why.
Poverty plays a part.
We
My
never
mother, we're
a
very
dishwasher.
Latina, and my mom was like, no.
She
I am
buying a
not-
dishwasher.
I am not doing dishes. Now, my stepfather, on the other hand, he was more of the old school traditional value. We always had to do like household chores around.
That's good,
and
though.
a lot of that
Anthony, good for the
included
soul.
taking care, or soil in this story, taking care of the grass, watering and cutting it. And your story about no dishwasher reminded me that when we had to cut our grass, our lawnmower didn't have a bag attached to it.
Oh, you mean that big attachment
Yeah, the
that
big
holds
attachment that
all
will
the
collect
grass
all the
and-
dead grass. And so after we got
leaves.
done, we would have to rake up dead grass outside. And that was the most tedious chore of my childhood that I
What kind
hated.
of rake did you have?
I've had a plethora of rakes, all right? Everything one you can, from the cheap ones to the nice ones. Raking up dead grass is the worst.
First of all, you had an electric mower, okay? I never had one of those.
Oh.
And the other thing we
Wait,
never had.
automatic. What did you cut the grass with?
Did
The
you have
push one.
The push one?
The-
The push up from the
With the old
cartoons?
blades?
Yeah,
I didn't
the
know
old
that.
blades.
Oh, no.
That's all we had. And the other thing, we didn't have AC growing up. So
Oh,
I spent a lot of time in front of the fan just talking to it. Going, Luke, I am your father.
I have to compose
That was like my favorite thing to do in the summer. Is
We
talk
spent
to
a
the
lot of
fan.
time talking to the fan, but you must have been sweaty. How did you get away with that? That's,
I don't survive.
You
I don't
just
know.
get used to
And
it.
since we're doing a pour off here, we never had a dishwasher either. My dad used to tell us, I got 4 of them. There was 4 kids.
4 kids in the house. 4 kids in the house. You know what? I remember when I was little going to my Aunt Sylvia's. She was the rich, fancy aunt.
Hello.
Everybody's got the rich aunt. She left the barrio and she was doing her thing. And she had this thing on her table. I didn't know what it was. I remember I asked her, what is that? She said, Dana, that's a lazy Susan. I didn't know. And I was so fascinated with the salt, pepper, and napkins that were so easily attained by me just spinning the tray.
The Lazy Susan is the thing that you could spin around, right?
Yes.
And everything's on it? All
Oh,
right.
I've never seen that.
And now we've always had a lazy Susan in
Because
every
I
place we've ever lived in.
I said, when I grow up, I'm going to get one of those things.
No dishwasher, but a Lazy Susan.
Yes.
The Dana Cortez Show podcast.